evening. Today is May 12th, 2021. It is 5:32, and this is the San Joaquin County Civil Service Commission meeting.
I call this meeting to order.
Thank you. Anna, will you take roll, please?
Okay, roll call. Commissioner Rockstrom.
Present.
Commissioner Piconi.
Here.
Commissioner Gutierrez.
Present.
Commissioner Wander.
Present.
And our Secretary, Brandy Hopkins.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll start with approval of the minutes tonight. There are two meeting minutes that we need to approve. The first is for August 12th of 2020. The second is for January 13th of 2021. And we will need to do them separately because we have different commissioners who are present at each meeting. So Chair Rockstrom, for August, we need yourself, Wander, and Commissioner Gutierrez to review and approve the meeting minutes.
Okay, thank you. I know most of you have read these minutes a few times, but if you want to take a moment to quickly look over them, or otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Vote on this, please. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Abstain.
Thank you. For the meeting minutes of January 13th of 2021, the following commissioners were present: Commissioner Piconi, Commissioner Chair Rockstrom, and Commissioner Gutierrez.
Thank you. If you need a moment to read them, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion to accept the meeting minutes or any changes you might have.
I move to accept the minutes. I'll second the motion.
Great. We have a motion and vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like me to read section 2?
I would.
Thank you. We're moving on to section 2, reports of disciplinary action. In subsection A, reduction in salary, we have 4 of them. The first one is RH4002, San Joaquin General Hospital, no appeal. The second one is RT1003 for the Sheriff's Office, no appeal. The third is RM0345, Facilities Management, no appeal. And the last reduction in salary is RP3001, Sheriff's Office, no appeal. For subsection 2, dismissal, there are 2. RO3012 with the Treasurer Tax Collector's Office. This is an appeal to arbitration. And the second is RH5010, San Joaquin General Hospital, also an appeal to arbitration. Subsection C, demotion, there are 2. RC4001, Facilities Management, appeal to arbitration, and RP2510, Probation Juvenile Hall, no appeal. For subsection D, suspension, there are 3. RP2003, probation, no appeal. The second one from probation, RO2506, appeal to arbitration, and the last one is R04515 from SJ Sarah, no appeal. Moving on to communications, we do not have any communications for the commission to consider tonight. For old business, we do not have any old business for the commission to consider tonight. Section 5, new business. We will have 3 presentations this evening related to amendment of class specification. One of our commissioners prior to the commission meeting did point out to me that we've had some discussions here at the commission about adding language to reflect that we do reasonable accommodations under the Americans with Disabilities Act. We are working to add those to this information for the commission to know it already has been added to all of our job announcements when there are job openings. So please note that. And with that, Amy Brimmer will virtually come up and present classification project 21-005 from the district attorney's office, amend class specifications of deputy district attorney 1 through 4. Amy?
Thank you. On this item, this was submitted as a request by the district attorney in September 2019 to essentially clean up and remove reference to a qualified pattern that is no longer applicable to the district attorney series, or excuse me, the deputy district attorney series. Prior to providing additional explanation regarding the proposed changes, note that there is a typographical error on the staff report. The last sentence of the first paragraph states, reason for recommendation should read that HR reviewed all 4, not 3 levels of the series. So there are 4 levels in the deputy district attorney series, which we are looking at today. At the time the deputy district attorney series was established, there were attorneys assigned to a family support division within the DA's office. When the Department of Child Support Services was established in 2002, the practice of family law went with it, and the child support attorney series was established. However, reference to family law at the experience levels of the deputy district attorney series is still in those classifications. We're asking you to remove reference to family law. Also, in addition to that, we're requesting that a duty statement regarding advising a grand jury be removed as well. The subject matter expert for this project stated that this has been a role of senior management, not at the deputy district attorney level, for approximately the past 30 years. So it's been about 30 years that we're aware that a deputy district attorney, 1, 2, 3, or 4, has not been in an advisory role to the grand jury. Finally, as we do with other classifications, a physical and mental requirements section had not yet been added to the series and is part of the proposed amendments for your approval today. The San Joaquin County Attorneys Association was notified of the agenda item and concurred with the proposed changes on April 8th, which was ahead of our scheduled April meeting. And we also have available for any questions of the department that you may have, Assistant District Attorney Scott Fickner is on the line.
Are there any questions from the commission?
I see none.
Sheriff Wallstrom, would you like to ask for a motion?
I would, thank you.
Thank you.
And I will do so. So we have a motion to approve to amend the class specifications for deputy district attorney.
I move to approve and adopt those amendments. I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion, we can vote on it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
All right, move on to the next item, but may I ask if you are on the line, if you can make sure that you're on mute? I can hear a little bit of background noise. Thank you. Moving on to another amendment of class spec. This is classification project 20-010, Healthcare Services Agency / Behavioral Health Services. And the request is to amend the classification specifications of mental health specialists 1 through 3. And Ms. Brimmer will also present this item to the commission.
Okay, thank you again. This is a classification spec change presented for your approval. This one was submitted by Behavioral Health and the Healthcare Services Agency in June 2020, asking that the minimum qualifications for the mental health specialist series be changed. We looked initially at the mental health specialist, which is the advanced journey class in this paraprofessional series, and noticed that it was written exactly the same as that for the next lower level mental health specialist too. So we looked at adjusting or aligning the minimum qualification patterns such that at each level there's an increased requirement for experience. This series was adopted in 1985, and no other updates have been made since. So therefore, in addition to aligning the minimum qualifications between the level 2 and 3, we also are proposing that each level include adding a driver license requirement as well as physical and mental requirements. Additional edits are also being made in regard to clarifying the paraprofessional nature of the work that this series performs and reorganizing the definition and duty statement of mental health specialist 3 in particular. The union SEIU was notified of this agenda item on March 31st, and no objections to the proposed changes were made. And we also do have a representative from Behavioral Health, Deputy Director Kara Dunn is available on the line as well, by audio.
Thank you. Are there any questions for me? Members of the commission?
No, I have no questions.
Okay, seeing as how there are no questions, I will entertain a motion to amend the class specification for mental health specialist 1 to infant.
I'll move that way. Recommendation.
A second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Our last classification project for this evening is 20-009 for San Joaquin General Hospital. And this is to amend and retitle the specification of manager of sterile processing and distribution services. Ms. Brimmer will also be presenting this item.
Thank you. Our final item for classification changes today is for amending and retitling manager of sterile processing and distribution services. It is a classification that is available to San Joaquin General Hospital. However, due to organizational and reporting structural changes that took place in 2007, sterile processing and distribution were actually separated out and under different departments, and therefore this class specification was not able to be used in the interim. So the hospital in 2020 determined a need that we desire to use this classification with amendments, and that's what we're bringing forth to you today. So specifically, they're going to use this classification for assignment to a single position in the surgery, recovery, and anesthesiology department. And we're going to then also drop any language that is referring to distribution services. We worked with hospital staff, and we proposed that the title be changed to exclude distribution reference, and reference only being the manager of sterile processing services. As you may note, and this is something I noted today, in the letter to your commission, the reference to the title on the letter itself just states manager of sterile processing. However, what you're being asked to approve today is manager of sterile processing services, and that is what is reflected in the draft and final class specifications. We're asking to just delete one duty statement and multiple references to distribution and procurement duties and related requirements, and then add two duty statements. One, to clarify the relationship sterile processing still maintains with distribution, and then the other added statement will explain the role of this position in regard to training and accreditation compliance. This is the summary overview of the proposed amendments. As a courtesy, the proposed amendments were provided to the San Joaquin County Management Association on March 30th, and the bargaining unit concurred with the changes. Should the commission adopt this proposal, Human Resources will move forward in finalizing the title change on the salary schedule with the San Joaquin County Board of Supervisors. We do have, San Joaquin County General Terry Operative Services Director Debbie Kokola available on the line by audio if you have questions.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions?
No, I don't have a question, as Commissioner Gutierrez, but it's just with how important that job is, especially now with the virus that we're fighting. So it's a good job.
Thank you for that. All right, do I have a motion to amend and retitle the class specification for manager of sterile processing and distribution services to manager of sterile processing services?
I move to approve and adopt the proposed amendment. I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And
Thank you. We can move on to adoption of class specifications. There are none for the commission to consider tonight. In subsection C, classification studies, we do not have any classification studies for this meeting. Subsection D, staff reports, there are no staff reports for tonight. Under subsection E, requests for appeal hearings, there are none. So I'm just going to read it for Rule 3, Rule 18, Rule 19. We do not have any for this evening. Additionally, under section 6, we do not have any dates for appeal hearings for the commission to consider this evening. Chair Lester, with your permission, I can read the public comment statement.
yes, please.
Thank you. Direct public comments are limited to 250 words or less, and they may be submitted by emailing sjccscpubliccomment@sjgov.org. Every effort will be made to read all comments received into the record. Some comments may not be read due to time limitation. Comments received after an agenda item will be made part of the official record on file with the commission, if received prior to the end of the meeting. Personal attacks are not permitted. Ms. Strange, do we have any public comment tonight?
No public comment.
We do not have any public comment tonight. Our future meeting dates, our next meeting is set for June 9th of 2021 here at the Administration Building located at 44 North San Joaquin Street in room 146. And our additional commission dates are as follows for 2021, July 14th, August 11th, September 8th, October 13th, November 10th, and December 8th. We do not have any appeal hearings scheduled for this evening. We do have closed session that is next scheduled. So the commission tonight will be hearing a closed session on California Government Code Section 54957. It's a consideration of a Rule 20 discrimination request for appeal hearing for San Joaquin General Hospital. We will adjourn at 5:50 for closed session and come back to report out after closed session. If everybody can give us just a few minutes, we have to power down a few things, and then we'll get ready for closed session. If you can turn your microphones off, please. I need to log out of Teams over here, Chris.
It's okay to call somebody back.
good? We're back on the record at 6:09 PM. Chair Lostrom, would you like to turn your microphone on and do the report out, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I would, thank you. Yes, so we are back in session. The, commission moved to deny the request for the appeal hearing.
Thank you. That is our last agenda item for tonight. So would you like to adjourn the meeting?
I would, this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got up earlier than I thought we would. I thought it would be a late night. Thank you, Michael.
All right, everybody, see you next month.
Good night. Thank you.